Can I structure it where my staff does spend more time at home communicating, with customers online and then coming in just to do the walk around and the payment presentation and the sell of the vehicle. I'd like to get kind of both of you guys' thoughts on that of, should we restructure our business model to adapt to kind of a stay-at-home type, work-life balance? Kazi, I'll start with you, and Kerri, I'll ask you the same question.
It's funny. At a previous dealership I was at, I had a gentleman who wanted to leave and start his own side business. And the conversation I had with him was, your wife's pregnant, you're going to try to start this new business with no data, no customers. I said, what if we try, see if it works for both of us, what if we try 3 days a week? He'll work in our used car department, and he was roughly selling 15 to 17 cars a month as it was, right? In a 5-6 day week. So I said, how about we try 3 days a week? And what we found was very interesting. So he was very structured, and we had specific structured things. So he found that when he did come into the dealership, there was none of this chit chat and talk about the football and motor race. It was, I've got an appointment at 10 o'clock, I've got an appointment at 11 o'clock, I've got an appointment and it was, so we found until he grew his business on the side, he was still selling 15 cars a month, working 3 days a week. Right? And I remember my CEO said to me, he goes, talk about this guy here is on 3 days a week scheduled, yeah? I said, yeah, and he's doing 15 a month. I said, we need more of him. Right? And this was 2 years ago. So we try and promote, we have some mothers coming in who can't work 5 days a week. And so they've got a structured system as is for the children. I think it's important to make sure that we understand we have a very good mixed dynamic of male to female in the dealership, and have the opportunity that if people want to work on it, they don't necessarily have to work the 6-7 days. So I think moving forward, and Kerri, you said it, and I didn't work, I, at the time going to Special April, I thought it was important for me as a leader to be every day. But I know for a lot of people who did have that 3 days a week, they felt a bit lost where they didn't have that structure. I don't know I'm going to work, and then, so having a structure, and you find that if people, they'll come to work and they'll get things done in a shorter amount of period of time, they don't stretch it out.
And you know what? I find the customer is the one that actually benefits from that. Because that salesperson or that advisor is very, very, very focused. They're very structured, to your point, Kazi. They know exactly what they want to accomplish. All right. A lot of the conversation, a lot of the communications can already happen before the customers come into the dealership. And, when they come in, it's like, okay, we got 4 or 5 things we need to accomplish. It's just boom, 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 get it done. It's better for the dealership. And I think it makes for a better experience. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to spend 4.5 hours in a dealership. Maybe a few. I could be wrong. But I think in general, most people don't want to spend 4.5 hours in a dealership. Kerri, what do you think? Do you think our industry could embrace this, 3-day-a-week type philosophy, this working from home, that this pandemic has forced us to do?
Look, I think that this has been a debate for quite a long time now. And the whole way that the consumer buys a car has evolved and changed over the years. Everyone's doing a lot more research where, because all the information's available online. Whereas, 20 years ago, without the use of the internet, people had to come in and see us. And what we're finding more often than not is a lot of customers are coming in and they know a lot more about our cars than us, and they know a lot more about the competitor cars than us. And all they really need to come in for is to see and drive the vehicle. Real estate has been doing it for ages. They've been working from home, booking appointments, booking viewings, and we are pretty similar industries, I believe, in a sense. But we are I feel like a lot of salespeople feel chained to the dealership, for all these hours in a week. And, if we can be a little bit more productive with our time, get everything done and just book our appointments to come into the dealership when we need our test drives and stuff like that. If we start embracing this appointment only culture for a dealership and handovers, then realistically people can do their follow-ups at home, their leads and all of that at home. And it all comes down to how motivated that like that salesperson is at the end of the day. I mean, they can kick back at home and play PlayStation all day and not achieve an result. But if you've got someone that's very driven and who really wants to succeed, they will make it work and they'll still achieve 15, 20, 25 cars a month without a problem.